As you know, there are four factors of production. There are four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurs. Land gets rent.
So once again,
there are four factors of production. In the production process, there are four factors of production are engaged. First one is the land. First one is land. Second one is the labor. Third one is the capital. Fourth one is the entrepreneur. Okay. Land gets rent. Labor gets wage. Capital gets interest. And what is left? That is profit. Profit goes to the entrepreneurs. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then comes the consumption. What is consumption? Discussion consumption means the destruction of the utility. During the production process, we are creating utility. During the consumption process, we are destroying the utility. Okay. Extend the goods and services and analyzes the choice that individual and businesses, government and nation make to allocate resources. Here we are making after the production process is there, after investment, production, distribution, consumption of goods and services, then we have to make a choice. As you know, discussion wants are unlimited, but resources are limited. We cannot satisfy all our wants at same time. We have to make a choice. Like, and one more definition of economics, that is it is a science of choice. We will analyze the choice of individual, the choice of individual or consumer, choice of businesses community, choices of the businesses, choice made by the government, and the choice made by government, or you can say the choice made by the nation to make the allocate of resource. How we can allocate a resource so that we can achieve the maximum return. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. If you have any doubts, you can raise your hand. Okay, no problems. You can unmute yourself and you can raise your doubts. Then comes to the evaluation in definition of economics. As you know, the Adam Smith is considered as the father of economics. Okay. This definition was given by Adam Smith in the year 1776. Okay, he is a British economist. Adam Smith, according to him, economics is the science of wealth. According to him, the wealth definition is given by the Adam Smith. Okay, he is also known as the father of economics. According to this definition, economics is the science of wealth only. He has published a book, an essay into inquiry, nature and causes of wealth of nation, particularly known as the Wealth of Nation books. Here, he has given a scientific definition of the economics. Economics is the science of wealth. Everybody should remember this definition. Economics. What is economics? Economics is the science of wealth. This definition was given by none other than Professor Adam Smith, and he is also considered as the father of economics. It deals with the production, distribution, and consumption. Obviously, it deals with the production, distribution, and consumption. These are the three. Of course, investment. You can add investment here. These are the four basic activities that anyone having any idea? Economy is a part of your GS. You know GS? What is GS? General studies. But economics is a theoretical discipline where we have studied production, distribution, consumption, investment. But in economics, we are economics is a theoretical discipline, and in economy is a part of your GS. Economy means we are studying the financial system of a country. Suppose I am talking about Indian economy. Indian economy means we are studying the financial system of our countries. Under this, we are analyzing the function of RBI, how RBI makes monetary policy. We are also understand the fiscal policy that is formulated by the finance department of our countries. Okay, suppose I am talking about the US economy, Chinese economy, their economic system. And economics is a theoretical discipline where we studied the production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. Is it clear? Hello? बुझी पारछन्ते?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Interesting laguche?
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. The wealth center definition deals with the causes behind the creation of wealth. What is the basic motive of this definition? It deals with the causes behind the creation of wealth, how wealths are created. Okay. How wealths are created and how it is distributed. Okay. This is the Adam Smith definition of economics. You should simply remember economics is the science of wealth that is given by Professor Adam Smith in the year 1776. Okay. And he is considered as the father of economics. Okay. Monrela samajhengo?
Yes, sir.
So next slide, the welfare definition of economics. Welfare definition, it is given by Professor Alfred Marshall. Alfred Marshall is the neoclassical economist. Adam Smith is considered as the classical economist. Okay. This definition, welfare definition of economics, was given by Professor Alfred Marshall. According to him, economics is the study of man in the ordinary business of life. Economics is the study of man in the ordinary business of life. How mans are allocating his resources, how individual is making decision, how an individual is and the making decision, making choice in the era of full uncertainty. Okay. It examined how person gets his income and how he invests it. Economics examine how person get his income, their income generate kurchi, and how he is investing that income in different channels. Thus, the one side is the study of wealth, and other most important side is the study of well-being or welfare. Adam Smith definition is restricted to only wealth, but here Professor Marshall definition is extended to the welfare. Marshall also talks about the wealth, but he extend his definition from wealth to welfare. Okay. In Adam Smith definition, we are studying about how wealth are created, and in the Marshall definition, we are understanding how wealth are distributed and how it improves the lives of common human beings. Okay, that's why this definition is considered as the welfare definition of economics. Are you getting my points? Economics is the study of a man and ordinary business of life. This definition was given by Alfred Marshall. Economics is the study of man in the ordinary business of life. Issue definitions of notes there. One of them, class note kala bele kotote sabo issue definition ta mon rakhibo. Okay, it really helps you to write better answer in your exam. Because you need to write same, whatever we are studying, we need to write the same. The definition tam change kar paribani. Definition, ame kon explanation ame nijo hisabre kariba, but our definition should be remain same. Am I right? Alfred Marshall kon kahichanti, Adam Smith kon kahichanti, our definition the same, am change kar paribani. Whatever written in the book, we need to write that. Okay? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then comes to the next slide, the scarcity definition of economics. Lionel Robbins, this definition was given by Robbins, or this definition is also considered as the science of choice. Economics is also, according to Lionel Robbins, economics is the science of choice, because here individual consumers as well as businesses, government make choice. Okay. This why choices are made? Because resources are limited. This definition was put forward by Lionel Robbins. According to him, is the modern economist. According to him, economics is the science that studies human behavior as a relationship between ends. Scarce means the have alternative uses, because resources are limited. We cannot satisfy our all wants at the same time. At the same time, we cannot satisfy our all wants because resources are limited, our wants are unlimited. The wants of humans are unlimited. What are the features of this definition? Wants are unlimited. Okay. It has alternative use of scarce resources. It has alternative uses of scarce resources. Resources are limited. It is an efficient use of resource. We need to use our resources in efficient manner in order to get maximum satisfaction. It is needed for optimization, the best allocation of resource. Optimization. What is optimization? We are adding salt. We are adding salt to our curry. Okay, what is that? आमे तो अधिक पके दबा कोन हे जिवो तरकारी खराब हे जिवो जदी कम पकेबा सेटा भी माने कोन तरकारी खराब हे जिवो किंतु आमे जदी ऑप्टिमम जति की तरकार सेति की पकेबा neither maximum nor minimum. It's the best allocation of resources. It is needed. Optimization is the best allocation of the resources. We need to allocate resource in a optimum manner, in a rational manner, so that we get maximum satisfaction. Okay. Since resources are limited, we cannot satisfy all our wants at a time. This is the definition is given by Leonard Robbins. The definition of scarcity. Is it clear? I hope you understand my point.
Yes, sir.
Then comes to the growth definition of economics. This definition was given by Paul Samuelson. The Paul Samuelson growth definition highlights about the economics is the study of how people and society choose with or without use of money to employ scarce productive resource which could have alternative uses. This definition is similar to the Leonard Robbins definition because these Paul Samuelson Robbins are considered as the modern economist. This definition's classical theory or classical economist Adam Smith definition comes in the year 1776. Here the growth definition of Paul Samuelson comes in the year 1948. That's why he is considered as the modern economist, and he is inspired from the scarcity definition of Robbins. Okay. Economics is the study of how people and society choose. Here we are analyzing the how peoples and society choose with or without use of money. With or without use of money. Because money, what is money? Money is act as the medium of exchange. While purchasing goods and services, we are giving money. We are making payment through the money. Because money possesses the medium of exchange characteristics to employ the scarce productive resource which could have alternative uses to produce various commodity. Suppose opportunity cost. What is opportunity cost? Anyone? Opportunity cost is the next best alternative cost. Suppose you have 1 acre of land. You cannot use your 1 acre of land for the cultivation of different product, different agricultural crops. At the same time, you have to sacrifice. Suppose you are cultivating wheat. You need to sacrifice the cultivation of sugarcane. Okay. It analyzes the cost and benefit of improving pattern of allocation of resource. This definition analyzes the cost and benefit of improving pattern and resource allocation. It analyzes how much cost that person is going to bear and how much is getting benefit from that activities. This definition is contributing to welfare and scarcity definition. This definition is the combination. This definition is the combination of welfare and scarcity definition. As I have already said, the Paul Samuelson is inspired from the from neoclassical economist Alfred Marshall and modern economist Leonard Robbins. That's why you will find the combination of welfare and scarcity in his growth definition. Is it fine?
So once
is
again.
It fine?
So once again.
Okay. I'm repeating. Welfare Paul Samuelson growth definition is the combination of welfare definition and scarcity definition of Leonard Robbins and Marshall. Welfare definition is given by Marshall, and Leonard Robinson is given the definition of scarcity definition of economics. Scarcity definition plus welfare definition is the sum total of the growth definition of Paul Samuelson. Is it fine? Is it fine? बुझिहला? बुझि पारले तो?
Yes, sir.
Okay. तापरे आसंतो understanding economics. Economics is the study of how people allocate resources for production, distribution, consumption, both individually and collectively. For individually, for our how we are allocating our resources. Suppose someone is getting 50,000 per month, and how he is allocating his income in different channels. We are studying it. As you know, economics is the study of ordinary business of life. Ordinary business of life means we are analyzing how that person is analyzing his resources in different channels from both individually and collective. Similarly, suppose our national income is suppose our national income is 4 trillion. Currently, India possesses the rank of 4th largest economy in the world. Suppose our national income is 4 trillion, and how government is allocating our total resources in different channels. Okay, that is the study of economics. The two branches of economics, I hope you know that is the microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is the branch of economics that studies the individual behavior, consumer behavior. Macroeconomics is just opposite to microeconomics. It studies the aggregate. Okay. Economics focus on the efficiency in the production and exchange. Economics focus on the efficiency in production and exchange. It focuses on the efficiency in the production, how production took place in the economy. When I'm saying when I'm repeating the word economy, means the economic system of a country. Okay. And when I'm repeating the word economics, it is the theoretical discipline of discipline of social science. In economics, you might have heard the term GDP, gross domestic product. GDP, GNP, per capita income. What is GDP? Anyone having any idea about the GDP? Any guess? Any guess? Kuhanto. What is GDP? Any guess? GDP is the gross domestic product, the total value of goods and services produced in a domestic territory of a country. Domestic means the domestic territory of a country during a particular year. Year means the financial year. Repeating once again, GDP is the total goods and service produced in a domestic territory of a country during a particular financial year. You know financial year, the duration of financial year? In India, the financial year starts from 1st April and it ends in 31st March. Mandela, what is the duration of financial year? The financial year starts from the 1st April and it ends in 31st March. Okay. And what is the definition of GDP? GDP is the total value of goods and service produced in a domestic territory of a country during a particular financial year. Okay. The particular financial year रे हमर केते प्रोडक्शन होची goods and services रा तार जो सम टोटल टाको हम कोन कहउछन्ते GDP कहउछन्ते. Consumer price index. Consumer price index is a measure of how much inflation is there in the economy. What is inflation? The rising the prices of goods and services. CPI is an index. It is used to measure the value of goods and services from time to time. Okay, kabarta deti. Value of goods and services from the time to time. It is a measure for inflation. Okay. But inflation and one more thing is deflation. When the prices of goods and services are decreasing, that means that is a deflation. When the prices of goods and services increasing, that is inflation. What is value and what is price? Value expressed in terms of a money is known as the price. गोटे goods of value टाको हमें monetary terms रे express करूचंती ताको कोन होउची सेटा price होउची. Okay, is it clear?
सर गोटे सेकेंड आपण डिस्टर्ब करिए.
हाँ, कुहंतु डिस्टर्ब नहीं. आपण यू हैव एवरी राइट टू रेज योर डाउट.
सर एक्चुअली
କୁହନ୍ତୁ।
आमे जोटा बुक पाइछु जो इकोनॉमिक्स रे मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स बाय हिमांशु रस्तोगी सर, हिमांशु रस्तोगी एंड कमलेश शुक्ला। तो एथिरे सर फर्स्ट चैप्टर ही स्टार्टिंग होची मीनिंग नेचर एंड स्कोप ऑफ मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स। एटा सर इंट्रोडक्शन तो नाही माने टोटल
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ
सिलेबस
ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ, ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏଇ ସେମିଷ୍ଟରରେ ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ ଅଫ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ ଅଛି ହେଲା।
फंडामेंटल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स सर।
ହଁ ହଁ
देन
ଆପଣ ମ୍ୟାନେଜରିଆଲ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ ଯଦି ବୁକ୍ସ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଏଇ ସେମିଷ୍ଟର ନାହିଁ। ଏଇ ସେମିଷ୍ଟର ଅଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ୍ସ ଅଫ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ।
अच्छा ताले से बुक टा
ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ୍ସ ଅଫ
हमें जाए कि ना सर
ସେଇ
स्टार्ट माने
ବୁକ୍ସ ହଁ
सेंटर ରୁ कलेक्ट
ହଁ
करबा की।
ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ, ହଁ ସେଟା ଯାଇକି ଆପଣ ଦେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ଆପଣ ସିଲାବସ
अच्छा
ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ, ଆଉ ବୁକ୍ସ ଯେତେବେଳେ ନଉଛନ୍ତି ନା ସେଠି ଯିଏ ଅଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଠ ପଢି ନାହାନ୍ତି ହେଲା। ଯେ ବୁକ୍ସ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଆପଣ ସବୁବେଳେ ଭେରିଫାଇ କରିବେ ଆଉ ନେବେ, ସିଲାବସ ରେ ଚେକ୍ କରିବେ କୋଉ ପେପର ଅଛି କୋଉଟା ଅଛି, ତାପରେ ନେବେ ବୁକ୍ସ। ଓକେ, ଆପଣ ସବୁବେଳେ ସିଲାବସ ଟା
ओके
ପାଖରେ ରଖିଥିବେ। ଓକେ, ଏବେ
ठीक
ଆପଣଙ୍କ
अछि तो मैं
ଫଣ୍ଡାମେଣ୍ଟାଲ୍ସ ଅଫ
काली जाऊंगी
ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ ଅଛି। ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ସେମିଷ୍ଟର କୋଉ
फंडामेंटल।
ପେପର ଥିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ମ୍ୟାନେଜରିଆଲ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ। ଓକେ,
अच्छा ओके सर
ଆପଣ ସବୁବେଳେ ଚେକ୍ କରିକି ନେବେ। ଯଦି
ठीक अछि
ନେଇଯାଇଛନ୍ତି ଭୁଲରେ ସେଟାକୁ ଆଣିକି ଏକ୍ସଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିଦେବେ। ଓକେ,
हाँ ମୁଁ ଯାଇକି ନା କାଲି ସେ ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରି
ମୁଁ
ନେବି ସାର୍।
ଆପଣଙ୍କ ସିଲାବସ ପାଖରେ ରଖିଛି ହେଲା। ସିଲାବସ ପାଖରେ ଅଛି, ଆପଣ
नहीं
ୟୁନିଟ୍ 1 ରେ
सिलेबस
ଚେକ୍
सर
सिलेबस
अच्छी
टा
କରିପାରିବେ।
बट
सेव
मेन
करिवे कि तो
କଣ
मैक्सिमम
କହିଲେ?
पिला को शायद से सेम बुक मिली मैनेजरियल इकोनॉमिक्स।
ମ୍ୟାନେଜରିଆଲ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମିଳିଛି
हाँ सर
ମୁଁ
ସିଲାବସ।
ତ
ଆଚ୍ଛା,
ସେଇ
सबको
ଏକ୍ଜାକ୍ଟ
मिली।
କଥା କାଲି ରେଜ କରିଥିଲି ତ ସମସ୍ତେ କେହି ବି କିଛି କହିଲନି ନା। ସାର୍
ହୁଁ
ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଆମର ଇସ୍ୟୁ କଣ ହଉଛି, ଯେମିତି
ହୁଁ
ଆପଣ ସାର୍ ଏବେ ଭଲରେ ହିଁ ପଢେଇ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ବଟ୍ ଆମର ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ
ହୁଁ।
ହଉଛି ସାର୍ ଯଦି ଆମ ପାଖରେ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ନ ରହୁଛି ତ ଆମେ ନୋଟ୍ସ ବି ପ୍ରିପେୟାର କରିପାରୁନୁ, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମେ ଫର୍ଷ୍ଟ ସେମିରେ ବହୁତ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ହେଇଛି।
ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ,
ଆଉ
ମୁଁ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ
ଆଟଲିଷ୍ଟ ଆମକୁ
ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ଅଛି, ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ ଅଲଗା କୋଉ ପେପର କୋଉ ସାର୍ ନଉଛନ୍ତି ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି। ମୁଁ ଯାହା ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପୁରା ବନେଇ ଦେଇଛି, ପୁରା ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ବ୍ଲକ 1 ୱାଇଜ, ମୁଁ ବ୍ଲକ ୱାଇଜ ପୁରା ସାରିଲା ପରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଦେଇଦେବି। ଏଇ ୟୁନିଟ୍ 1 ରେ ଆପଣ ଡ୍ୟୁରିଂ କ୍ଲାସ ରେ ଆପଣ କ୍ଲାସ ନୋଟ ବନେଇବେ, ମାନେ ସବୁ ଲେଖିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ, ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ ଯୋଉ ମେନ୍ ମେନ୍ ପଏଣ୍ଟ ଆମେ ହାଇଲାଇଟ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେଗୁରା ସବୁ ଲେଖିବେ। କ୍ଲାସ ସରିଲା ପରେ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଏଇଟା ସେୟାର କରିଦେବି, ଗୋଟେ ବ୍ଲକ ସାରିଦେବି ତାପରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେୟାର କରିଦେବି। ଓକେ,
ଆଚ୍ଛା ସାର୍ ସେମିତି ବି
ଠିକ ଅଛି।
କରନ୍ତୁ, ଆମେ ବି ଯାଇକିନା
ହଁ, ଆଉ ମୁଁ
ନହେଲେ
ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ,
ଷ୍ଟଡି ସେଣ୍ଟରରୁ
ଆଉ ଏଇ
ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିକି ନେଇ
ପେପରରେ,
ଆସିବୁ।
ହଁ ସେଟା ଏଇ ପେପରରେ ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ହବନି। ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସବୁ ମାନେ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ସବୁ ସେୟାର କରିଦେବି। ଆଉ ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ, ମୁଁ ଏଇ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ଏମିତି ପ୍ରିପେୟାର କରାଯାଇଛି ଯଦି କି ଆମେ ଜଣେ ପଢିପାରିବ। ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଜବ୍ କରୁଥିବେ, କିଏ କମ୍ପିଟେଟିଭ ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରିପାରେସନ କରୁଥିବେ, ଟାଇମ ନାହିଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଅଧିକ ସମୟ ଦବା ପାଇଁ,
ଏକ୍ସାକ୍ଟଲି
ତ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ରେଡିମେଡ ମ୍ୟାଟେରିଆଲ ଦରକାର। ପିପିଟି ହଉ କି ଯାହା ବି ହଉ ଦରକାର, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ରିଭାଇଜ କରିପାରିବେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଭଲସେ ପଢିପାରିବେ। ଓକେ, ମୋ ନମ୍ବର ବି ମୁଁ ସେୟାର କରିଦଉଛି। ଯଦି କ୍ଲାସ ସରିଲା ପରେ ମାଇ ଜବ୍ ଇଜ ନଟ୍ ଟୁ ଓନଲି କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ ଦ ସିଲାବସ ୱିଥିନ୍ 1 ଏଇ 10 ଦିନ ଭିତରେ ସିଲାବସ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ କରିବା ନୁହେଁ, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଡାଉଟ କ୍ଲିୟର କରିବା ବି that is the nature of my job. Okay, I'm sharing my number with you. uh, you may, if you ଆପଣ ନୋଟ କରିପାରନ୍ତେ ନା, ଯଦି କିଛି ଡାଉଟ ହବ ଆପଣ କହିପାରିବେ।
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସୋ ମଚ୍
କାରଣ
ସାର୍।
ଆମକୁ ସ୍ପିଡରେ ଯିବାର ଅଛି। ଆମକୁ ଏଠି କେତେଟା ୟୁନିଟ୍ ହେଲାଣି, 4ଟା ବ୍ଲକ 16ଟା ୟୁନିଟ୍ ଆମକୁ ସାରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ। ତ ଆମକୁ ସ୍ପିଡରେ ଯିବା, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ପଢନ୍ତୁ, ଆପଣ କ୍ଲାସରେ ବି ଡାଉଟ ରେଜ କରିପାରିବେ, କ୍ଲାସ ସରିଲା ପରେ ବି ଡାଉଟ ରେଜ କରିପାରିବେ, କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ। ମୁଁ ମୋ ନମ୍ବର ସେୟାର କରିଦଉଛି, 750 ଲେଖନ୍ତୁ,
ଓକେ 750
4282
4282
176। ଯାହା ବି ଅସୁବିଧା ହବ ଆପଣ କହିପାରିବେ।
ଠିକ ଅଛି ସାର୍, ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସୋ ମଚ୍।
ଆଉ ଏଇ ବୁକ୍ସ କଥା ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ରଶ୍ମି ମ୍ୟାଡମଙ୍କ ସହିତ କଥା ହେଇଯିବେ। ଓକେ,
ଆଜ୍ଞା ଆଜ୍ଞା ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ମୁଁ
ରଶ୍ମି,
ଭାବୁକି ଥିଲି ମୁଁ କାଲି ଯାଇକି ସେଣ୍ଟରକୁ, ସାରା ବୁକ୍ ସାର୍ ମିସମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ହଉଛି, ସାରା ବୁକ୍ସ। ଆଉ
ହଁ
ଏମିତି ହେଲେ ତ ବହୁତ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ନା ସାର୍। ଆପଣ
ହଁ
ସାର୍
ହଁ
ହେଲ୍ପ
ନାଇଁ
କରିବେ, ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ଆମେ
ହଁ
ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ ବି କରିପାରିବୁନି।
ହଁ, ନାଇଁ ବୁକ୍ସ ଟା ତ ନିହାତି ଦରକାର, ଆପଣ ଟିକେ ସିଲାବସ ଚେକ୍ କରିକି ନେବେ ହେଲା।
ଏକ୍ସାକ୍ଟଲି ସାର୍, ମୁଁ ଯାଇକିନା ଚେକ୍
ଓକେ
କରିକିନା ମୁଁ କାଲି ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିକି ନେଇ ଆସିବି। ଆଜ୍ଞା
ଓକେ ଓକେ ଠିକ ଅଛି। ତାପରେ ଆସନ୍ତୁ, ଏପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଯାହା ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି ବୁଝା ପଡୁଛି, ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଲାଗୁଛି? କାରଣ ଆମେ କିଛି ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ, ମୁଁ କିଛି ସ୍କିପ୍ କରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ଆମେ ଡିଟେଲ୍ସ ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି ଡେଫିନେସନ ର, ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଗୋଟେ ଫ୍ଲୋ ଟା ବନିକି ରହିବ ହେଲା। ତାପରେ
ୟେସ୍
ଆସନ୍ତୁ
ସାର୍,
ୟୁଟିଲିଟି।
ଭଲ ଲାଗୁଛି
ଓକେ,
ସାର୍ ଏଇଟା class।
ୟୁଟିଲିଟି ଆସନ୍ତୁ। ଇନ୍ ଇକୋନୋମିକ୍ସ utility is a term. It is a term ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ ପଢୁଥିଲେ, utility means the want satisfying capacity of a particular commodity. What is utility? Utility is the want satisfying capacity of a particular commodity is known as the utility. Okay, it is a term used to determine the worth, value of a goods and services. We are we are using a Zoom platform. We are using Zoom platform for online class. Zoom platform provides certain utility, has certain utility. That's why you are using Zoom platform. Zoom platform possesses certain worth and certain value. Okay, that's why we have. That's why you are using that platform for our online classes. More specifically, utility is the total satisfaction. It is a total satisfaction or benefit derived from the consuming a goods and services. It is the total satisfaction or benefit deriving from the consuming goods and services. Mandela, it is the total satisfaction of it that derived from the consuming a goods and services. Here we are consuming. Here we are consuming the service that is provided by the Zoom platform. Okay, you are using internet. We are using internet for our for our own satisfaction. What is our you are using the Zoom platform means that possesses certain utility. We are consuming that utility. Okay, economic theories based on the rational choice usually assume that consumer will strive to maximize their utility. Economic theories based on the rational choice. Here, all the why we are studying economics in order to make a better decision in our business or in life. Economics peoples are very good in making decision. The concept of utility, the one satisfying capacity of a particular commodity that is derived from that commodity is known as the utility. In economic utility is the total amount of satisfaction experienced when a product or service is consumed. Utility means the total amount of satisfaction or that derived when that particular commodity or goods is consumed. Form utility is the value of consumer derives from the product or service in a way that is actually needed. Form utility, what is form utility? Form utility is the value of consumer derives from the product or service in a way they actually need. Suppose I am suppose here we are using online platform. Online platform means we are generating utilities generated by that particular company. Zoom company has generated utility, and we are deriving our satisfaction by using this platform. When a company provides goods and service to consumer, when they demand or need them, it is referred to as the time utility. When suppose a company provides goods and service to consumers, it provides goods and service to consumer. They demand or need them, it is referred to as the time utility. Okay, suppose suppose during the times of winter, we need woolen garments. Okay, during the times of summer, we need air condition, we need AC, we need at that time that cold drinks is much sold. Cold drinks demand is that is the time utility. Place utility involves making products or service available in location that allows consumer to easily access them. Place utility, it is a utility that involves the product or service available in a location that allow consumer to easily access them. Suppose that goods and services is available in your locality. Since that goods and services is available in your locality, it is easier for you to access that goods and services. If that is it is that not available in your locality, then it is not possible for you to access that goods and service. Suppose one public park that is one public park is located in your locality. That means you can easily go for morning walk. Possession of utility is the use and perceived value of consumer gets from owning or being able to use product service in a timely manner. Possession of utility. Suppose you have a laptop. You can use at the time of your requirement. Suppose you don't have that device, it is not possible to use that device at your own time. You can go for either you can borrow your laptop from your friends, or you can go for and if you possess that laptop, means you can use as per your own convenience. Okay, is it clear to everyone? utility.
Yes, sir.
Then comes to the consumer behavior. How consumer is behaving in the market, how consumer is behaving in his day-to-day life. Who is consumer? Consumer is someone who is consuming goods and service, which destroying the utility. Okay, consumer behavior is the study of how individual customer groups or organizations select, buy, use, dispose ideas, goods, service to satisfy their needs and wants. Why they are buying this? Why they are purchasing goods and services? In order to satisfy their needs or wants. Consumer behavior in marketing refers to the action or decision that people make when they are purchasing or using product. Consumer behavior in the marketing means consumer behavior in the market, it refers to action and decision. Here the action means how they are purchasing goods and services, and how they are making able to they are making decision to purchase that goods. Se kemiti decision nouchanti to purchase kariba pai. Okay, refers to the action decision that people make when they purchasing or using product. Okay, in order to purchase a goods and services, first we have decided whether we are going to purchase that goods and services or not. If we purchase that goods, and how much you will satisfy my wants, my desires. Okay, बुझा पड़ला consumer behavior. It's a study of how individual customer group or organization select, buy, use, dispose ideas, goods and services to satisfy their needs and want. It is a study of the behavior of the consumer. How your behavior means how that person purchase or use or dispose ideas, goods and services to satisfy their needs or want. Or want satisfy करिया पे से जो activities सब करूची सेटा को हमें जो ताको जो study करिया को कौन कहते consumer behavior कहते. Okay, तापरे आसो we will understand this consumer behavior through the examples and what are the factors that influence consumer behavior. Consumer behaviors towards the product includes everything from the initial decision to buy it, everything from the initial decision to buy it to how they use it and whether or not they continue to purchase it or in future. Okay, suppose I have purchased one pen that is convenient for me to write. If that pen does not able to satisfy my wants, then it is not possible for me to buy that company pen in my next purchase. जदि से मो वांट को satisfy करो नहीं ताने मो कोन जदि सेटा कोन लिखले बेले अधिक कोन होची बहुत डीप आसुची हैंडराइटिंग भलो होनी देन कोन हो देन consumer say pen or purchase करियो. There are number of factors that can influence consumer behavior including personal जदि हमें देखिबा personal factors अछि, social factors अछि, cultural factors, psychological factors. We will understand in details. Personal factors je कोन आसीबो age, the demands of the age, as you know, the demands for goods and services that varies according to the age. The demands of the teenagers is different from the demands of the senior citizens or adolescents or the middle-aged person. Okay, gender, it also the demands for the goods and service for the it also varies according to the genders. Some items are restricted to only boys, some items are restricted to only girls. And income, as you know, when income, Keynes psychological law of consumption, when income increases, consumption simultaneously increases. The income increase କରୁଛି माने कोन तार consumption भी बढ़ी बसी समय. यदि income decrease କରୁଛି consumption भी decrease हबो. These are the factors which affect the consumer decision making or consumer's behavior. Social factors, family and friends. Suppose your friends, your close friend purchases a new mobile. Suppose your close friend purchases a new mobile. It will definitely you will definitely inspire for him or her to purchase, to get new one, because we all are social, because we all are human being. Suppose your friend is selected in a multinational company, then it will definitely motivate you to do that. Cultural, religion, tradition, it also plays an important role in the consumer behavior. The religion, the demands of the consumers, the behavior of the consumer is also affected by the tradition as well as the religion. It varies from religion to religion. Psychological factors, motivation, perception, learning. Those who are educated, their demands and requirement is different to those who are illiterate. The motivation, suppose someone is motivated you to get you find motivation from the external sources, then it will definitely force to think about that particular goods and services. And your own perception, suppose you think that goods, it will definitely help me to achieve that rank. Suppose you are going to purchase a online test series. Suppose you come across a art from different channels, from different you may talk, I may talk about the study IQ or test book. So you can art them देखिला ताको तोर own perception होला जे कि ए टेस्ट रे जति म join करे कि जति म online test दिए, then it will definitely boost my score in real exam. Okay, then it is our you will definitely find motivation to purchase that goods and services. That's why those companies, they are hiring social media influencer to advertise their products. जमते हमर देखि तो ऑनलाइन आर्ट आछि your edutech company what are the edutech companies? On academy is hiring Jasprit Bumrah, Indian cricketer Jasprit Bumrah hiring से कोन hire करछि कि to promote to their, they are hiring social media influencer cricketer to purchase their goods and services. Okay, are you getting my points? Is it clear to everyone? Buja porche? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tapre aso marginal utility analysis. Marginal utility analysis helps us to understand the behavior of the consumer by looking at the way he spent his income on different goods and services to attain maximum satisfaction. Marginal utility analysis, it is an economics theory, economics terms. You will understand with this concept, you will understand a law, marginal law, diminishing marginal utility. Okay, it helps us to understand the behavior of the consumer. It helps us to understand the behavior, how consumer is making decision by looking at the way he spend his income. Suppose someone is getting 30,000 per month, and how he is spending his money in different channels. He may spend certain amount of money for the rent purpose, I mean certain amount of money for the education of children. Okay, he may save certain amount of money in order to meet future uncertainty. Okay, when he spend his income on different goods and services to attain the maximum satisfaction, how he spend his income on different goods and services to attain the maximum satisfaction. In this article, or in this connection, we'll look at the assumption, law, and limitation under the marginal utility analysis. Okay. Okay. Then comes to the total utility or full satiety. Okay, total utility, or you can say full satiety, is the sum of utility derived from the different units of commodity consumed by consumer. It is the sum of utility. What is total utility? Total utility means the sum of utility is the utility derived from the different units of commodity consumed by consumer. If suppose one consumer is consuming different goods and services, that utility, when we are adding the total utility of that person, then we will get the total utility or the full satiety. Okay, total utility is the sum total of all marginal utility, or you can say, right, the total utility is the sum total of all marginal utility. Marginal utility is the additional utility derived from the consumption of an additional unit of commodity. ये जो marginal word देखो ना, marginal part असला मने एडला के बा additional. Okay, what is marginal utility? Is the additional utility. You should remember this definition. is the additional utility derived from the consumption of additional unit of commodity. Okay, suppose you are consuming 10 apples. You are consuming 10 apples, and after consuming 10 apples, one more apples is added to your consumption. The utility derived from the extra apple is known as the marginal utility. Okay, marginal utility, or you can say the additional utility derived from the consumption of an additional unit of commodity. Additional utility derived कोड होची but additional unit जेता हम consume करूछन. Therefore, marginal utility is the addition made to the total utility by consuming one more unit of commodity. जेता हम consumption सहित आउ extra add करूछंती, extra add कले कोन हमर utility टा भी सहित extra add हे जाउची. That is known as the marginal utility. Monrella definition: the addition made to the total utility by consuming one more unit of commodity, one more extra unit of commodity. Is it clear? Tapre aso law of diminishing margin utility. This is an important law under the margin utility analysis. I mean, जो पढ़िले concept पढ़िले marginal utility analysis, तापरे एठी पढ़िबा कोन law of diminishing margin utility. तमर सिलेबस रे खाली यूटिलिटी एनालिसिस लेखि कि छाडी देछि यूनिट 1 रे. सिलेबस समस्त पखरे अछि. I hope everyone possesses syllabus. तमर खाली यूटिलिटी एनालिसिस लेखि कि छाडी देछि. ए लॉ गुरा किछि मेंशन करेनी. जेति खाली यूटिलिटी एनालिसिस करी छाडी देछि, हमें तो प्रेडिक्ट करि परिबानी जे क्वेश्चन एग्जामिनर से मे बी लॉ गुरा पकई पारे, लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिन यूटिलिटी पकई पारे, लॉ ऑफ इक्विमार्जिनल यूटिलिटी पकई पारे. ए सिलेबस माने पूरा कंप्लीटली डिफाइन है, तो हमको पढ़ियो को पड़िबो सब. This is an important law under the margin utility analysis. This theory or this law is given by neoclassical economist Alfred Marshall. It defines the law of diminishing marginal utility. According to him, the additional benefit which a person derives from the given increase in the stock of diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. According to him, when a person derives from given increase in the stock of thing, are you getting my point? When a person derives from given increase in the stock of thing, suppose example apple example the stock of thing diminishes with every increase in the stock he has already has. Suppose you are consuming one apple first. Suppose first you are consuming one apple. जेतबे यूटिलिटी जति की मिलुची फर्स्ट एप्पल रे तार सेकंड एप्पल कंज्यूम करछन यूटिलिटी देखो कमे जिवो. In the third apple you will get less utility. In the fourth one you will get is less utility in comparison to third one. In the fourth apple, when you are consuming fourth apple, you will get less utility in comparison to the third one or fourth one. Okay. Additional benefit when a person derives from a given increase in the stock of thing diminishes with every increase in the stock he already has. Suppose you are consuming suppose I'm repeating once again. Suppose you are consuming one apple, first apple, then your utility is 10. In the next apple, your utility decreases to 5. Relate kari paruchante to. In the third apple, your utility will decrease to 7. In the fourth apple, your utility, what is the utility? The total satisfaction, it will decreases to third. Even the time will come, your utility will be negative. The law is based on the fundamental tendency of human nature. We all are human. We are all guided by our tendency. Okay. Human wants are virtually unlimited. However, every single want is satiable. Hence, as we consume more and more units of good, the intensity of our wants are of the goods and decreases. Consumption when you are continuously consuming consuming one goods after another goods of the same variety, then our utility gradually decreases. Eventually, it reaches the point where no longer want it. Then, time will come, your marginal utility becomes negative. Okay, you will understand in detail. Look at this table. concept बुझा पड़ला समझते को? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Look at this table. Here we are. Here we have taken mangoes. This is the time of summer. हमको समस्त घरे पे mango थिबो. Okay. Units of commodity. Here in the first one we are consuming. First one we are consuming 1 mangoes. The total utility is 8. हमको कितने satisfaction मिलुची? 8 unit रो satisfaction मिलुची. Marginal utility कितने अछि? 8 अछि. तले एट देखो units of commodity एठी कोन total units केते हला माने एठी कोन 1 mango consume करतले कोन we are consuming 2 mangoes and the total utility is 14. Total utility is increases from 8 to 14 because you are adding one more mango to our consumption and marginal utility is decreases. ये जो marginal utility एठी कम अछि because of the human tendency गोटे mango consume कला परे हमरो कोन यूटिलिटी टा मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी टा एठी कम अछि तो टोटल यूटिलिटी बहुछि हैला एमती गोटे टाइम आसो टोटल यूटिलिटी भी कमी छि तापर आसो पुनी when we are adding one more mangoes to our consumption the number of mangoes is 3 total utility is increases to 16 and the marginal utility is decreases to 2 marginal utility कोन होछि डिक्रीज करछि 2 को पळे आछि when we are adding one more mangoes to 4 total utility increase total utility remains same there is no more increase एठी कोन हला मैं तीनटा मैंगो खाई सरलेने ऑलरेडी चारटा मैंगो खाइला को हमर यूटिलिटी इंक्रीज करूं हमर एठी मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी 0 होई जाउची when total utility get maximum marginal utility became 0 एठी कोन marginal utility is negative it's 0 when we are adding one more mango we are consuming one more mangoes the number of mangoes reaches to 5 total utility is decreases to 14 एठी कोन total utility टा decrease करची 14 आउ हमर कोन आउ utility out total utility increase करोनी when total utility decreases marginal utilities gets negative एठी को marginal utility कोन माइनस आसी गला बुझा पड़छि
Sir, can you please explain again?
हम
Outside explain कर दो.
हां देखंतु आमे जते बळे कंजम्पशन बढ़ौचंती हमर टोटल यूटिलिटी टा इंक्रीज होची आमे केते सैटिस्फैक्शन पाइले when we are consuming one number of mangoes our total utility 8 जता हमें 2 units of mango consume करूचंती our total utility is increases to 14 because we have added one more mangoes किंतु marginal utility जो ये utility हमको मिलबा कथा सेठी कमी जाउची because we are all guided by our human tendency हमको कोटे कोन फर्स्ट मैंगो गोटे कंज्यूम करला परे जति की यूटिलिटी मिलबा कथा ता परे सेकंड मैंगो रे सेति की मिलिनी ओके you can test this ये जो लॉट आबो तमे नीचे भी टेस्ट करि परबो ओके by consuming mango in the second utility since we have increases the number of mangoes increases from 1 to 2 the total utility is increases to 14 this is an hypothetical example एठी कोन हम एठी कैलकुलेशन करके निया जोनी एटा को एठी अज्यूम करा हेची 8 to 14 when the number of mangoes increases to 3 total utility increases 14 to 16 when the marginal utility decreases to 2 when the number of mangoes increases to 4 total utility remains same 16 and marginal utility gets 0 marginal utility gets 0 and here you will write when the total utility maximum marginal utility becomes 0 when one more mango is added to our consumption and the total number of mangoes became 5 the total utility decreases from 16 to 14 and marginal utility becomes negative -2 बुझा पड़ला तापर ऐसा assumption कौन कंडीशन रहिले ई लॉट हमर काम करिब all units of the given commodity are homogeneous are identical size shape and quality quantity जेता हमें कंजम्पशन करूचंती that should be identical सब पूरा समान हेतबा दरकार size shape quality and quantity एटी त हमें here we have taken example of mango रो कोन size नै taste और quality सब समान थबर नै इतने जे गोटे पूरा मिठा गोटे पूरा खट्टा हमको सेमति नै तार क्वालिटी सेम रहइबो जेंते हम जे क्वालिटी रे कंप्रोमाइज हो जाउची ना हमर यूटिलिटी जो आंबडा मिठा लागुची तार को हम टोटल यूटिलिटी हमर अधिक पड़ी जिवो सपोज फर्स्ट मैंगोटा तुम कंज्यूम करूछो सेतरे तुमको मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी केते मिलुची 8 मिलुची तार सेकंड मैंगोटा एटा खट्टा मैंगोटा ଭଲ ମିଠା ମାଙ୍ଗୋ ୟୁଜ କରୁଛ ନା ଏଠି ମାର୍ଜିନ ୟୁଟିଲିଟି ତମର ଡିକ୍ରିଜ କରିବନି ବଢିଯିବ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଏଠି କଣ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି ଆସମ୍ସ ରେ the quality quantity size shape should be remain same ଏଗୁରା ସବୁ ଆଇଡେଣ୍ଟିକାଲ ରହିବା ଦରକାର ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଯଦି କଣ୍ଡିସନ ଯଦି ନ ରହିବ ଲ କାମ କରିବ ଏଟା ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ କଣ assumption ନେଇଛନ୍ତି କଣ୍ଡିସନ ନେଇଛନ୍ତି the units of consumption are reasonable size consumption is normal the consumption is normal okay that should not be abnormal and those person who is consuming goods and services that should be a rational person the consumption is continuous एमती नहीं जे तुमको एबे गोटे खाइलो आ गोटे कोन इवनिंग रे खाइलो सेमती नहीं तुम कंटीन्यूअसली कंज्यूम करियो पड़बो there is no only long time interval there should not be any interval between the consumption and it should be successive the law assumes that only one type of commodity used for the consumption at a time this law assumes that only one type of commodity is used consumed at a time we cannot consume two mango at a time okay you can consume one after another through it is a psychological concept law assumes that utility can be measured cardinally it is a psychological concept we are not I mean it numerically calculation करूनी केते बढ़ुची कोन करची calculation करूनांती एंड कोन इट psychologically assume करिसेंती because we are studying the psychology of the consumers okay how consumer is reacting to the so by consuming goods and services consumer is a rational human being is able to make a right decision at right time so rational human being heitibo okay he aims to aims to maximum satisfaction tar aims kon heitibo maximum satisfaction thibo the mental condition of consumer should be remain same the mental condition of the consumer should be remain same the taste habit fashion temperament and income remains same the taste habit fashion temperament and income of the consumer should be remain same एतिक ए जो 8 टांक जो assumption जति आमे कांस्टेंट रखिबा ताले ए लॉ हमरो काम करियो बुझा पड़ला आमे एबे कांसेप्ट बुझी गले तापर डेफिनेशन को आउथरे आसो according to Alfred Mercer the additional benefit which a person derive from a given increase in the stock of thing here the stock of thing means the mango is diminishes with every increase in the stock that he has already has okay the law is based on the fundamental tendency of human nature human wants are virtually unlimited however every single one is satiable hence as we consume more and more units of food जेतले more and more units of goods are consumed କରୁଛନ୍ତି the intensity of our wants of the goods decreases the intensity of the goods I mean intensity as well as the satisfaction for that goods and service decreases eventually it reaches where point we no longer want it I mean एमती गोटे टाइम रे पहुंचबा हमको किछि our requirement zero हे जिवो we will get definitely negative outcome by consuming that goods and services okay here is the total utility this line represents the marginal utility this line represents the total utility in the initial stage the total utility increases at increasing rate after reaching the point of maximum satisfaction it gets decreases and here's the marginal utility gets negative because in the phases 8 6 0 2 0 minus 2 it get decreases from 8 6 2 and it reaches negative when and it reaches zero this is the point of zero when total utility get maximum here at this point the total utility gets decreasing the marginal utility becomes negative बुझा पड़ला डायग्राम समझते को
So once again.
Okay, just 1 minute. This is horizontal axis. Horizontal axis shows the quantity of goods and services, and vertical axis shows the utility. How much utility we are deriving. Okay, and this axis shows the marginal utility, and this axis shows the total utility. Look at this table. Total utility is increases from 8 to 14 16 after getting maximum 16 it remains same when the fifth number of mangoes is added to our consumption then it gets the total utility decreases whatever written in the table that is represented graphically in this diagram. In the initial phase, total utility increases at an increasing rate. After reaching the maximum, it start decreases. When as you know, it is a decreasing marginal utility decreasing from 8 here. Marginal utility decreases from 8 to 6 to 0 minus 2. Here marginal utility decreases from 8, 6 to 0 minus 2. Okay. Here this is the point of 0. Okay, this is the point of 0. At that point, total utility is maximum. When total utility gets negative, marginal utility when total utility decreases, this is the point of inflection. What increasing rate chalthala, it maximum hela, it decrease korchi. The total utility ta decrease korchi, marginal utility gets negative. It 0 asila, upper marginal utility ame 5th number of mango consume करले तापर 6 7 ऐड करबा हमको नेगेटिव यूटिलिटी मिलेबो बुझा पड़ला के पचारतले बुझ परले
Yes, sir. Thank you.
okay in the next class we will continue the remaining portion of this unit here. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Have
sir.
a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, same to you.
You should stay online. You have one more classes. Okay.